Got a new tripod. Shout out to Tika. No, Tika, thank you, brother. My homie hooked me up with a tripod that's actually my height. So we're coming face to face instead of y'all looking up at me. It just got weird. What's up, people? It's Terry Jones back again with another episode of This is Terry Jones. I know what you're thinking. Where have you been? Some of you may know, or all of you, I'm not sure, dropped my first solo music single. First of all, I want to thank all of you for the way you received this song. Some people, I was actually surprised at their reactions. One thing that I wasn't sure was going to happen, and I didn't care. I banked on the idea that people would probably listen and be like, oh, I want to hear a train wreck. You know what I mean? Because we're just like that as humans. It's okay. For people to reach out and say, yo, you're multi-talented, it's great, you have a lot of talent, just express yourself the way you want. We will continue to support you no matter what art form you do, means the world to me. You have no idea. Now, a lot of questions need to be answered this vlog, and I hope that I answer all of them. Okay, I wanted to definitely give some time for the new music video to do its thing song, and I've been busy doing like promotion for the song, and I'm going to just go ahead and we are going to come face to face with the elephant in the room. What made me want to do music all of a sudden? Now, if you know me, then you know I've always loved music. Anyone that knows me knows I love music. I dissect music. I'm a music snob. I listen to all genres of music. I am obsessed with music. Always have been. Music and comedy go hand in hand. And which is why stand-up comedy, like the best stand-up comedians were jazz comedians, right? They're the ones that have a specific rhythm. Richard Pryor, Franklin Ajay, George Carlin, they all have this jazzy type feel to them. I've always tried to do the same thing. My comedy structure is like music, but it just doesn't hit like music, right? Comedy is the purest art form on the planet. Just you and your microphone. If you can handle that crowd and you can handle hundreds of people either laughing in sync or not laughing at all at your material, and it builds character. I'm gonna tell you right now. One thing I've always been afraid of with music is, for whatever reason, they always want to put black men in this box. In this box, they want us to choose or pick, or we have to be one thing and not the other. We're not allowed to be an anomaly, right? But when an anomaly hits mainstream, then everyone loves that. Jamie Foxx, Donald Glover, Eddie Murphy. So many black comedians have ventured out into different ventures. I mean, we wouldn't have seen Jamie Foxx win an Oscar if he didn't try to do something outside of comedic roles. Donald Glover has an amazing career. I'm a huge Childish Gambino fan. So in a big comparison, Donald Glover vibes. And I take that as a compliment, man. Jamie Foxx and Donald Glover were the blueprint, and they really opened some doors for people to do that transition. But for me, I've always loved music. There's really only like 4 or 5 people in the whole world that knew that I could rap. It's not even 4 or 5 people that you would think. Not like a lot of like my best friends and family members that knew this. It was like friends I grew up with and people who used to hear me freestyle a lot. But I kept it real low key because I didn't feel like anybody would accept me or accept the style of music that I wanted to do at the time. Coming up, you could only choose to be one of 2 rappers. You either had to be a real hardcore gangster rapper or you had to be Talib Kweli. Like there was no in between, right? And when we did have an in between, we had Lupe Fiasco. It's like MF Doom. And these were guys like, now everybody go that route. Everyone wants to be Lupe Fiasco. They're nerdy. It's okay to like anime, to like superheroes and make references that are considered nerdy. But at the time, I knew nobody would accept it. I did a ton of comedy parodies, right? And with these comedy parodies, a lot of people loved them. I got a lot of press for it and different things like that. But it was like the only way that I felt like people would accept me doing any type of music. One of my friends, like, I've been hosting hip hop shows for a very long time. That's how I got started. And the Pittsburgh hip hop community really helped me. The interesting thing is I've been around music for a very long time, and I've been in the studio sessions. I've been around like some of my favorite producers in the game through comedy. Comedy has kind of let me learn more about music. I didn't know if anyone would ever take it serious, and I decided over the pandemic, my good friend Frizzy and another good friend Roscoe, Wiki, Roscoe put out this track for No Justice, No Peace, and then Frizzy hopped on the song because I was like, yo, you gotta hop on this. Like, this is you all day, bro. And I said, well, you know what? I got something to say. I would like to say something. And at first, they were like skeptical and they wanted me to, you know what I mean? Like, just say something. Because nobody knew that I had any type of lyrical ability. I ended up getting on the song, and I was honored to be on a song with two of my favorite artists. So that was like the first step. And then we did Room Full, which I only did the hook, and we had Savvy, one of the hottest new artists based out of Nashville right now, and Mayce, who's another one of the hardest young artists, and he's a producer, and he actually produced This Is My Statement, my new single. So yeah, it was a journey. Shout out to Roscoe Wiki for pushing me and being like, no, let's do this. You know, he was excited about it. And that made me excited about it. By the time we ended up recording the song and finishing, and it was different, man. It was a different feeling. It's a way for me to express myself without having to be self-deprecating for laughs. Like, even though the audience is laughing with you, a lot of times it feels like they're laughing at you. I started stand-up when I was 18. And music is allowing me to be a different version of myself, to express myself in ways that you just can't do comedically. I don't care how good you are. You just can't hit that same way. Being able to have multiple platforms and having these different art forms, I love doing it. That is a big thing for me right now. Entertainment-wise, I want to be as creative as possible and be as creative as the universe wants me to be. I don't want to be put into this box or pigeonholed. There's a certain way that they look at comedians, and there's a certain way they look at black comedians. This is like one of the first times I've done an art form where I feel happy again. You know, I'm not dealing with like all these egos and all the racism and the racist bookers, and there's so much shit that I've been through. I'll write a book about it someday. For me right now, I'm going to continue to do my shows throughout 2021. And if there's a demand, we'll see what happens. The thing is, I want to be able to control my own bookings, my own narrative. I want to be able to control how I'm getting paid. I want to get paid exactly what I ask. Just different things like that. There's so much mistreatment of black comedians, and I have a great resume, but it just ain't enough. We'll see what happens throughout the rest of this year. In the meantime, I have 4 comedy albums. 2 of them came out during the pandemic, which was horrible timing. Those out on all streaming services along with my new music. It all comes full circle, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm so thankful that you guys are that supportive, man. That's hard to get. I really wasn't sure how people were going to receive it. Like, oh, you know, another dude want to rap. It's nothing like that. This isn't for ego. This isn't for attention. I'm literally a conduit of art. That's it. I love art. And if you know me, you know that I can draw, I can paint, I can do comedy, I can act, I can do music. There's a lot of things that I love to do. I want to show like my kids, and I want to show other people that you ain't got to be pigeonholed to what they tell you. You don't have to express yourself and be the black that they want you to be. You can actually be yourself and do different things and explore, and there's so much more. If there's anything that the pandemic has taught me, it's that life is way too short. Period. We could be gone tomorrow. I would hate to be on my deathbed wondering, what if I put out that song? I don't want to die with those regrets, and I don't think any of us should. There's so much to explore out here. You have to understand, knowledge is infinite. The universe is infinite. There's so much out here that you don't even know. Some people don't even know outside of their own neighborhood. let alone being able to travel outside of the country or travel through state lines. There are people who have no idea about any of this. Understand something. There is only one thing in the universe that has been undefeated. One thing. Death is probably what you're thinking. And death isn't even undefeated, because there have been times where they have brought people back from the dead in a hospital. Time. Time is completely undefeated. You cannot defeat time. Even when we are gone, when we die, time moves on. Think about how much history we learn. Those people in history were where we are. They didn't have the technology we have, but they were where we are. They were thinking about the next day. They were stressing about their lives. They were trying to figure things out. And those people in the past made it so that we can do what we are doing right now. So with that being said, why not live your life? Who cares? The one thing I knew is that this is something that I was blessed with. The opportunity. Opportunity is very important to me. Understand this. People are going to hate you for less. People are going to not support you for less. So why not live your life and do the things that you want to do? Why not try and figure out things? Why not step outside of your comfort zone? Why not break out of those barriers? We don't need to be in the box. You have to think outside of the box. If you're going to think outside of the box, be outside of the box. I've been outside of the box for a very long time. Heard some wild things about me. People have come at me, but I'm going to tell you, I'm glad that I stuck to my guns. That's the reason why I'm in this new creative space. I'm thankful for everybody. Thank you all for supporting, and much love. We got more coming and more vlogs coming, I promise. Make sure you go check out This Is My Statement. The music video will be at the end of this video. You can click on it. Also subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit like, turn them notifications on so you know when a new video is coming out. Add This Is My Statement to your Spotify playlist, Apple Music playlist, Tidal playlist. I don't care what playlist it is. Add it to that playlist. Listen to it. Work out to it. And literally, it is my statement. And this is my backup statement. Like, you go ahead, live your life. I'm going to live mine. We're going to live. We're going to push. Life is too short. And like I said, if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's just that. Peace.